Hi, my name is Sophia and I've just finished my final year in biomedical science.
Hi, my name is Karen and I'm a final year pharmacy student.
Hi, my name's Nikita and I'm a third year pharmacy student.
It'd be worth applying early to student finance, make sure you have to do it quite early. But other than that, I don't really have any tips.
I just applied for it while I was doing my UCAS application. So that's about June time, I think. So yeah, you can do it.
I thought it came in on the day that you got signed in, but mine came early, like most times, which is always useful.
I definitely would have probably saved before coming to university. I made a huge mistake of thinking that my student finance could be used more for recreation than using it for like housing and kind of providing myself with food.
Well, my first funding actually came a couple of weeks late, unfortunately. I had to call them up. They said it will come through soon, so I don't know what the issue was with that. So that did annoy me a little bit. I had to get my parents to help me out.
You get your loan and grant in termly installments, but rent is charged monthly, so if you can save up and pay for the first couple of months' rent in advance, this could really help you to budget for the rest of the year.
In terms of how student loan doesn't really cover everything, mostly it looks after your rent to an extent, but during the summertime where you still have your tenancy, money is a bit short and student loan doesn't cover those periods as well. Also laundry and other things.
If you're experiencing financial difficulties, you might be entitled to some extra funds from the university depending on your circumstances. There are access to the Learning Funds, the Student Support Fund and the NHS Travel Fund. You can apply for these funds after you've started your course. There are information on these funds available at the University of Brighton website.
So I would advise that when you get a lump sum of money, it's good that you make a budget. Tell yourself how much you're going to spend every month and try your best to stick to it.
When I first got my money, I thought I was like rich, so I could do anything I wanted, and then I'd get to like the end of term and have very little money.
I looked for a job and then I realised that Brighton actually has a lot of job opportunities.
You probably would want a budget, and especially first term, especially freshers, you might go a little bit over the top. That's what happened to me. I went a bit over the top with freshers. I would take out like quite a bit of money which I didn't really need. So to be fair, it's all for experience. So you will learn from all the mistakes you make, but I would say budget, know how much you're going to need for rent and know how much you've got spares.
I mean, the gym is like £50 for the whole year, so you can always apply for a gym membership.
Use resources like the online budget tool to help you work out how much spending money you'll actually have after your loan and your grant.
I got a own house, which I'm renting with 3 friends, and I prefer to halls because it's much cheaper. For example, I'm paying 85 a week, and if you save on electricity and water, then you can really live with £100 a week. And we also got a TV license, which is combined with our internet, which is really cheap as well. It's around £40, and if you divide that by 4, it's totally fine.
Our first year we was in halls, and now I'm in uni homes, which I think it's much better being in a uni homes because it's run by, sort of managed by the university, so it's not a full year's contract, and you don't want a full year's contract if you're only here 8 months of the year. It saves you quite a lot of money.
Yeah, I did one for a stage and so I'm paying a 12-year contract, 12-month contract, even though I'm only at university for 9 months.
Maybe try to cook at home, because most of the people just live around the university. They can just walk home in their break, eat and come back to university. Yeah, you save a lot of money when you just eat at home. Yeah.
You should expect to pay about £100 per week in rent and about £10 per week in utilities. Halls are initially more expensive than rented accommodation, but you don't have to pay extra for utilities or broadband.
Maybe just plan ahead what food you're going to eat and stuff for meals.
Super effective ways to make a meal, like buying tons of pasta and getting like £1 pasta sauces. And I learned to cook for myself. I realised that I can basically survive with eggs and beans for an entire week if I need to. There's a lot of different, like just trying different combinations of food.
Shop and eat together. That way fresh food is usually cheaper than processed food, and it's fun and sociable too. Some supermarkets are much cheaper than others, so shop around new supermarket discounts, although be careful with multiple buys on fresh food.
Maybe just turn off your laptop when you leave the house, because a lot of people just leave it on the whole day, 24 hours, and try to walk, because there's a lot to see in Brighton, and when you walk you can actually see a lot.
With your housemates we do laundry together, so it's not just a few things in the machine at once, like bills, make sure the lights are off and just things like that.
Yeah, I think also if you live in a large house the bills end up being cheaper than if living by yourself.
It's a step with so many people.
And don't use a tumble dryer. Don't use a tumble dryer. It uses up so much electricity. So I just hang my stuff out in the garden when it's nice weather.
But what I didn't know at the beginning of the year, like there's a free like shuttle bus that comes and that's really good, because that saves you never have to buy a bus ticket like to come into uni. So if you get the free bus, and they have this year anyway, they had like the lemon bus, so like on nights out you could get that, like that was free as well. Like all you needed was your student card.
I've got a student bank account which is interest free, and I've almost maxed it out, but hopefully I'll work it off in the summer.
Well, internet banking is really helpful. Like I can check on my phone, so I keep trying to do that. But it does always get really low by the end of the time.
Get a job as soon as possible, but make it work around your uni life. Don't take the job and forget about uni. Actually plan it properly. Plan your life properly.
And if things do get out of hand, don't keep it to yourself. There's help available. I've just been to the student support service, and I didn't realize how much help they are.
Many students overspend, but it's never too late to get help and advice from the Student Advice Service.
Coming to university often means living independently for the first time, and that in itself is a learning experience. Please remember that the University of Brighton Student Advice Service is here to support you. So if you're having any difficulties, please contact us as soon as possible so that we can help and advise you, so that you can concentrate on enjoying your time at the university.